Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaheen Sadafi, and it's my honor and privilege to be speaking to you today. I am the founder of RAAW Talk. RAAW Talk is a unique platform where we have developed our own workshops, talks, and events to be able to inspire and empower kids and youth aged 10 to 18. To give you an example, just a little taste of one of those workshops, I would like you all to please raise your hands as high as they can go. Now I want you to just raise a little bit higher. I'm sure some of you can go a little bit more. Keep going, a little bit more. Yeah? Wow, thank you so much, guys. Every single person in this room went up at least a few inches. It's amazing what your full potential is, but we don't really always go for it. The first time I had to ask you to go for your full potential before you did it. This is just one of the many light bulb moments, the breakthrough moments that we share with kids and youth that we work with. It enables them to understand what their potential is. I want to begin by telling you a little bit about myself. I was born in the middle of a war between Iran and Iraq in 1984. I was born in one of the most devastating times imaginable. My first memory of life was seeing bombs being dropped on top of my city as we escaped for the countryside, being clutched by my mum. When I was 4 years old, the war ended, and slowly we made our way back to the city to find that our home had been demolished. We had lost everything, baby pictures and all. It was a devastating time, and by the time I was 9 years old, on my 9th birthday, my mum broke the news to us that she was going to migrate to London to live with my grandma and her sister, which had settled here for years. I immediately stood up and I said, "You cannot leave me here. I will die." At 9 years old, I had already realized that I had to stand up and speak up and get help. It was a lesson I learned because my mum made a brave decision to actually help and take me to the UK with her. It saved my life. We settled in West London, where we lived happily, made many friends, and had a really good childhood, and I was very grateful for every moment of it. I got married 11 months later, after my wedding, with my beautiful wife, Sana. Our home in West London went up in flames. Grenfell Tower took the lives of 72 of my neighbors and dear friends, and it left us devastating. For a second time in my life, I was made homeless, and I had to go through a trauma and tragedy like that. But this time, I was a man, and I was able to stand up and not only help myself, but help my community, galvanize the community to come together, to unite, to be able to seek the solutions to our problems, to be able to really wrap around one another and help and bring a solution to what we were all going through. We grew and grew, and I led and founded Grenfell United into having significant national impact, which has released 400 million for cladding to be taken down across the UK, which has helped the NHS to be more supportive in dealing with people that have gone through trauma, which has helped the government, including Theresa May, through many, many meetings to understand how she can have significant impact in the minority groups. Throughout my journey, I was awarded and invited for many events to speak to many individuals and organizations about how they can make an impact in their life and how they can galvanize support and community. Throughout the journey, I realized that there was a big problem, something that was not being addressed, and it was the youth were being left uninspired and underwhelmed. Through research, we realized that the support is out there, but engagement is poor, and people do not have an authentic and reliable and relatable solution to the problem. Within schools in the UK, we are actually rated 22 out of 24 countries in maths and English, which is unbelievable to find out. We have found that kids are spending twice as long alone in their homes due to gaming and social media They are not able to socialize and be a part of community. This is leading to mental health and other problems. I realized that there is a lot we can do. So what we decided to do was to trial talks and events, and by gathering resources with educators, psychologists, development managers, tech and media specialists and alike, to be able to realize how we can have the most impact within communities, especially with youth. Young individuals prefer to engage with a program that is authentic, relatable, inspiring, fun, and different. Their attention span is really small, so we have to be creative in the way we engage with communities and youth groups. But it has major impact. It gives them something to take home. Through consultation and development, we started prototypes, which led to testing, and now has led us to implementation, which then will take us back around to implementing and doing more. On April the 5th, 2019, just about a week ago, I managed to do a one-day workshop program at a primary school in Kettering. The program had 6 workshops in the day, and it impacted 170 students. The feedback we received was a massive thank you from all of us. Your sessions were incredibly impactful, much feedback from staff and students saying how moved they were by you and to enact change in their own lives going forward. They were pretty unanimous. Yours was the most powerful session. This is the kind of feedback we have received over and over again. But it's not enough. We need to do more, and we need to do it now. So my story is one of war to RAAW. RAAW Talk has seen that children across the UK are getting left behind, and we need to do something about that. The major challenge is the strain on funding. Schools would like to put on the programs, but funding is hard to find. But we have seen a remarkable opportunity to galvanize and empower youth to take control of their own well-being and future by creating a community focused on sharing, collaboration, and contribution. We can use specialists and celebrities that are willing to and have done with me to be able to go to schools and encourage youth to take a change, to make a change in their life, to be inspired to take control of their own future, to do more, not just in their education, but in their homes and in their communities. A great feedback I had from Gordon actually was, something I love about what you're doing is you're not inspiring people and empowering them to become successful and leave their communities. What you're actually doing is helping them to empower and help their community. This is very important for us. We need to realize that we can't run away from this problem. In fact, we have to do something about it. And the children are our future. Literally, they are the people that are going to make this happen, so we have to support them. And at RAAW Talk, that is our mission. We're committed to lead by example. We're already partnered with QPR Trust, where we are partnering to be involved in 24 of their schools. And we're going to be working with some of the largest companies and organizations in the UK to work within schools. Universal Music, with all of their celebrities, will hopefully help us. The FA will give us opportunity to work with the youth teams that they are in charge of. We want to develop an app where we can start to measure the impact we're having in schools. The data is very crucial because it enables the schools to realize where they need to work towards and what classes and workshops they need to put on to be able to bring those levels up in their schools. Harvard School of Education found that there is an actual sort of a relative correlation between happiness and the results of the exams that children were having. So it's important for us to recognize where these lie and impact it as much as possible. We want to set up a leadership program where we can train youth to be able to lead the workshops and events for their peers. This way we can have growth and have major impact. I'm not going to go through this, but the basics of it is very simple. Charities are supporting us, schools want to hire us, and we want to get private funding to be able to grow as fast as possible. it's important to have major impact. And we need to set up inspirational talks, and we need to develop our workshops even further to be able to set up major events in places like Wembley Stadium, where we can have 12,000 students and youth not going there just to listen to music, but going there to be inspired as well. To have celebrities and influential people teach them key skills and share experiences and stories, nuggets of gold that enables these kids to go back home and not just listen to a track, but also to look at their lives and realize what they want to do with it. Thank you very much.